Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing tips for Friday the 8th of September. Well, it's glad to be back. However, I am now going to, in general, have far fewer videos. So if you want to get my video when it comes out, I would suggest subscribing or at least liking the video. So if you can give this a massive like, it'd be great. Let's see if we can get as many likes as we can. Well, recently, we've been doing not too bad on the last bet. Was very interesting. You know, I chose the two selections especially that I can't remember if they won the race last year I think they won the race last year. Both ran extremely well again, and it made a slightly profitable bet, slightly profitable on the day as well, and also the Saturday as well. Before we were very close to having a very nice bet if Way of Life would have won. So I think the either back in the horse that won the previous year. So I shall go through all the races and see if I can find something. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to find out if there's an actual angle where it can run well. I'm not just going to have it for the sake of it. So on to Friday's selections. I've actually messed up already. I was going to place the bet twice to half the stake. So half the stake twice. Because one of the huge prize horses, it's currently 66 to 1, but I think it's got to go a lot bigger than that because it's not done anything. So let me get into it. So I'm just going to minimise these bets and I'm going to talk you through them. It's just easier that way. So it's £15 stake, which is a fair amount on this channel. So as you can see, those are all the stakes there. So it's a 25p each way lucky 15. I've gone for 40p each way doubles, 25p each way trebles, and just to make it up to £15, I've had a 35p each way fourfold. Let me waffle on about them. So the first selection is Toscan Genius at 7 to 1 in the 10 past 2 at Newcastle, paying 4 places instead of 3. This hasn't done a great deal, and that's why it's extremely low rated. However, this was quite a while ago. I can't remember who originally trained it, but it went to Mandy Rowland, and it never ran under her. But now it's gone to Brian Ellison. It's run twice. It ran poor or par for the course for this horse, and then it ran a much better race last time. If this horse repeats that run, you cannot boot it out of the frame. And I'm not going to use the excuse of the fact that, oh well, it's come fifth, it didn't run up to the last. I think personally, although it's got a very low rated handicap rating, I think it's maybe capable of winning a couple of races up to probably the mark of 60 eventually. But it's currently rated in the low 40s. He ran a cracker last time, and this is a dreadful race. You got is it La Taranaga? I wish I'd never said that was because I can't remember what recording I have. But you'll see what I mean when you actually go into the race. Let me just click onto the race. Because I've got to do it now, because I should never have mentioned that horse, because Lord Toranaga, that's it. So the horse currently it's still 7 to 1. It's a dreadful race. You might see the odd 2s and 1s knocking around, but they're very low rated horses, because our horse is only rated in the 40s and it's 9 stone, whereas the top rate's 9 stone 10. So you're only talking like mid to late 50s. So that's the first selection. Sorry, I'm now choking. I'm not I'm not re-recording the video. I won't even know how to edit it either. So that's how good these videos are. So the second selection is Western Beat at 9 to 1 in a 245 at Newcastle, paying 4 places instead of 3. Very well handicapped. Mick Easterby had a horse in this race last year. I think this horse is, like I said, well handicapped. It's capable of running well, and at 9 to 1, I think it's too big. I think potentially, if the top horse is fancied, the Toscan Genius, I think both horses so far are way overpriced. The third selection is a bit of a clutching at straws. I've gone for a horse in this bet, and I do fancy he's actually got a horse running elsewhere. Well, sorry, not elsewhere. He's got a horse running early on in the card. But the problem is, I can't pick between the two. And I thought, what, has he got other runners? And I'm looking, and it's like, I could give it a sneak if it actually does something this time. Because if one of the first three in the betting runs poorly, there's huge prizes up for grabs for that third place. So it's Minchinhampton left the price. It's called 6 to 6s actually, but I think it could easily go to 100 and somethings. Sorry, I said that the wrong way around earlier on because I actually left the price when I wanted to take it because I wanted a cash out option. So in the 540 at Newcastle, the problem with that horse is there's currently 8 runners. If there's only 7, we're screwed, to be fair. So I don't know if you want to wait. I don't know what I recommend you do. Maybe just want to wait till just for the off time and back it as a small each way single. So the fourth selection is Owless at 5 to 2. Sorry, in the 9 o'clock at Kempton, paying 4 places instead of 3. I don't like backing. Well, I do fancy this horse. I think it'll win, but obviously, clearly, it's not an each way price. But I don't like backing small prices when they're paying first 4 because I think sometimes you can back one to bigger price each way. This trainer, Alan King, won this race last year with a horse rated 7-1, I believe, and the horse was in no form whatsoever. It was just running average, and then it won this race. Well, this horse, Howless, wasn't that horse. And this one's only rated in the 40s, but it's already won. It won quite a while ago. But I do believe this extremely well handicapped. Alan King's only got one runner tomorrow, and this is it. And as I said, he won the horse. He won the race last year, and I think he's got an extremely good chance of winning it this year as well. So that Howless, or Owless, whatever you want to call it, is my nap of the day. Obviously, it's not really an each way one, but it's. I'm hoping for a win or a couple of winners earlier on during the day in the bet, and this is like my nap just to make sure it tops it up. If you know what I mean. So anyway, it's a £15 bet. So when I get home from work about 2 o'clock tomorrow, what I'll be doing is I'll be scanning through the cards, looking for what won the race last year for Saturday's cards, and whether the trainer has got one in the race this year. I think Saturdays especially because that's a lot of the time when the owners can actually get, or if it's a syndicate, that's when they can actually get. So they'll be wanting the horses to win on a Saturday. But also, it's a great advertisement, especially if it's on ITV Racing or even just the racing channels. So, yeah, enough waffling. 8 minutes in, 4 selections. Apologies for that. So give me a like or a subscribe. Very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.